Hello and welcome. In today's class, we'll be mobilizing tight areas around the rib cage and the mid-upper back with a special focus on opening up the chest, on back bends, in order to help us free up our breath and also free up some tension in the upper body. We'll be using 2 yoga blocks, but if you don't have them, don't worry, you can still do this class. I'll give you options to work around it. So start in a comfortable seat, and we're going to be up all the way on top of our sit bones. And I'm sitting up on a blanket to help get some extra space in the hips and the low back. Bring your palms together, touching in front of your heart, and drop your shoulders down. Feel the crown of your head gently pull up towards the ceiling as you breathe. Interlace your fingers here and press your palms forward away from you. Begin to round your spine, tuck the chin down into your chest, and then we'll direct our breath to the back of our body. Think of trying to find some expansion in your back ribs with every breath in, and then a slow breath out. Keep breathing like that into your back. And one way to visualize it is pretending like you have a turtle shell on your back and you're trying to breathe up into that turtle shell. Fill the turtle shell up behind you. Now simply keep your fingers interlaced and reach the palms up to the sky. Keep the back of your neck long so we're not adding extra tension here, and then press up actively through the palms as we press our hips down at the same time. Breathe here, inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. And then on your next exhale, release your hands, reach them back behind you. And the final part of this is we're interlacing our fingers behind our back. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you and gently lift the hands up, only as far up as is comfortable. So we're in spinal extension. We're in this back bend, this nice open chest. Breathe now, directing the breath into the front of your body, especially the ribs and up here in the chest. Now 1 more breath in here. And on your exhale, release the hands and bring the hands back together in front of your heart. Now let's put that together a little quicker. Take a breath in where you are and a breath out as you interlace your fingers, press the palms forward and round your spine. On your inhale, simply reach the palms up to the sky and lift up tall. On your exhale, release the hands, reach them back behind you, and then on your inhale, chest expansion, open the heart. Let's do that again. Release the hands, bring them together. Take a breath in and just stay where you are, lengthen up through the spine. Breath out as you interlace your fingers, press the palms forward. Breath in as you reach up to the sky, really tall. Breath out as you release your hands and reach them back behind you. And then take a big breath in as you take your back bend here. Breath out to release. Hands can come down to your lap and then circle your shoulders back. Think really big circles with the intention of loosening up any stiff areas around your shoulders and in your mid-upper back. We want to really get those muscles behind us in our back to turn on. All the muscles around our shoulder blades. Drop your shoulders down from your ears and come to lie down on your side. Now, if you have a blanket, I want you to put it under your head for a little extra lift. If you don't have a blanket, you can use a block under your head, okay? Just so your neck is supported. And then if you do have 2 blocks, this is optional, take the other one with you. We're gonna lie down on our side. Now the bottom leg is straight and the top knee is bent. Place the top knee on a block in front of you, and the purpose of this is to keep this part of you, the lower body, still while we're moving and we're isolating all the movement to the upper body. So just make sure you're comfortable enough here, and we're all the way on our side. Palms are pressing together in front of you with arms straight. And then on your inhale, open this top arm straight back behind you, and you can follow your hand with your gaze. And then on your exhale, close the book. You keep that arm straight the whole time. Do that again. I am hitting the wall here. So if you can see that I'm bending, that's why. Hopefully you gave yourself enough space. Inhale to open. And exhale to close. One more like that. Now this time, we're going to sweep this top arm past our ear, so above our head, past our ear, open the shoulder like we're going to go back into that T, but instead stop at a diagonal. Now you should be able to play a little bit here, explore and find the best stretch where you feel your pecs, the armpit muscle, get a nice open stretch. And you might feel it in other places too. And then we'll breathe here deep and let the back of the shoulder get heavy down towards the floor. It most likely is not going to touch the floor. If it is, you're either very mobile, which is fantastic, or you're not all the way up on your side. So just make sure you are up on your side and that knee doesn't leave the block. One more deep breath in here. And then let's close the book, close the palms as we exhale. And then we'll move on to the other side. You can just flip right around. But I'm going to come around like this so I can stay facing you. Bring that block with you. And this is called Open the Book. It's one of my favorite sequences for upper body, for posture. So you're all the way up on your side. The block is under your top knee with the knee bent and the bottom leg is straight. Arms are stretched out in front of you. On your breath in, open the top arm straight back into a T. And then on your exhale, close the book. We'll do a few more of those. No rushing. Take your time with this. Go all the way into that stretch each time. This will be our last round. And then this time we'll take the top arm and sweep it up past our ear, up into a diagonal. Take your time to explore, find that sweet spot that may not feel so sweet. And then hold and breathe. Now, it should not feel pinchy, like a sharp pain in your shoulder. You should just feel a really nice stretch here. So if it feels pinchy, play with the positioning until it doesn't. And then on your next exhale, let's slowly bring that arm back around, close your book, and we'll put the block aside if you're using it, and roll over on your stomach. And you can also scoot the blanket out of the way for now. Once you're up on your stomach, bring some space between your feet and bring your palms under your shoulders here. Elbows hug in towards your ribcage, so in towards the middle. Now, before we do anything here, I want you to really root down through your pelvis and notice what happens when you do that. Let's keep that engagement. And then also really press down through your palms, and without moving the palms, we're trying to drag them back towards our waist. So with those two things in mind, take a breath in and peel your upper body up off the mat. Now you can keep this low. Come back down on your exhale. Inhale, peel back up, still trying to drag those hands back towards you. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. And exhale, come back down. And these are flowing cobras. Inhale to peel up. back of the neck is long. We're not craning our neck up. Exhale, come down. And this last one, let's hold. Make sure your back, especially your low back, feels good here. If it doesn't, maybe come down a little lower. Maybe try to engage your glutes more to support your spine. Breathe. And then release down for a moment. You can rest your forehead all the way down on your hands or turn your head to one side and rock your hips side to side to give the low back some care. Palms back under your shoulders, press up and back into child's pose. So keep the knees wide, hips back to your heels, and melt your forehead down to the floor with your fingertips reaching up towards the top of the mat. And then from here, we'll come up to hands and knees. Now this is where you might want a blanket under your knees to support your joints. And then if you do have blocks, go ahead and put them up at the top of your mat on the lowest level. And we'll come down to our forearms on the blocks. If you don't have blocks, just come down to your forearms on the mat. Hips stay elevated. All right, now from here, you can tuck or untuck your toes, whatever feels better. We're just going to keep our forearms on the block and shift our hips back towards the heels, melting your heart down towards the floor for a nice shoulder and upper back stretch. And then come right back out, up out of it. Take a breath in. Exhale as you come back. Only go as far back as feels good in your body. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale to shift back. This will really show you any tight areas around your shoulders and back. And the next time you come back, let's hold for just a couple of deep breaths, keeping your ears in between your shoulders. This is puppy pose variation on blocks. And then bring yourself back up. Come up to hands and knees. Now this, if you do have blocks, we're going to use them again. It's very optional for this part, but if you have them, just flip them up on the medium level so you can take hold with your hands and come into a tabletop position, whether you have blocks or not. The right hand stays down. Left arm reaches up to the sky for a twist, and you're bringing that block up with you. Take a breath in, breath out. Put that block back down. Inhale, twist to the left, same direction. Exhale, back down. Let's do one more. And then go right to the other side. Inhale, reach up as you twist. Exhale, put the block back down or your hand. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back down. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Set the blocks aside. Back into your tabletop position. Widen your knees just a tiny bit. Okay? Now I'm going to guide you through a sequence called the flying cow. I know it's a funny name, but it's wonderful for your spine and for preparing for back bends. We'll begin in child's pose. Sit your hips back to your heels, and you can just drop right down to your forearms without stretching the arms up to the top of the mat. Keep them where they are, drop your head down. And then stand up on your knees, on your shins. Sweep the arms out and up to the sky and interlace your fingers up at the top. Now we're gonna set up a back bend here. Think of tucking your tailbone under you just lightly. So we're fighting that curve in the low back. We're protecting, we're supporting that curve in our low back. Hips move forward with that light tuck, and then we lift up through the chest as high up as we can and lift our gaze. Take a breath in here in this back bend, and then come right back down into your child's pose to your forearms as you exhale. From here, the next part, we're coming up to tabletop, and like a cat-cow, we're opening the chest, tilting the tailbone forward, taking a breath in. tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. And I know there's a lot to this. Don't worry, you don't have to remember it. I'm going to guide you through the whole thing. This first down dog, get the length going in your spine. Maybe pedal it out a little bit. Open up the tight areas in the backs of your legs. And then we'll simply release our knees right back down. Open the heart as you breathe in. And then sit back into your child's pose as you breathe out. That's our flow. Let's do it again. Stand up on your shins, sweep the arms up, take a back bend, breath in. Breath out, slowly down into your child's pose. Pull forward to tabletop and open the heart on the inhale. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog as you exhale. Knees come right back down to the mat. Open the heart as you breathe in. And then sit back into your child's pose as you exhale. Let's do that again. Stand up on your shins, reach up, back bend as you inhale. Exhale into your child's pose. Pull forward, open the heart, breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Knees back down, open the heart, breathe in. And then back into your child's pose as you breathe out. Let's do that one more time all the way through. Stand up on your shins, reach your arms up into your back bend. Right back down into your child's pose as you breathe out. Pull forward, open the heart as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And then release your knees back down. Take a breath in, broaden the collarbone, gaze up, and then settle down into your child's pose as you breathe out. Soften here, pause. Feel the effects of all that movement and breath, all that flow. Bring your palms in under your shoulders. Press yourself up, and we'll come to stand up on our knees. We're really warmed up now for our camel pose, Ustrasana, which is a really nice open back bend. You might want blocks here. Again, it's optional, but if you are going to use them, the purpose is to bring the floor up to you so you don't have to force a deeper back bend, okay? But I'll give you options. So let's start with tucked toes, maybe putting the blocks right on the outsides of your feet. Now stand up really strong and tall here. We're going to get into this in a slightly different way than we sometimes do. So let's take our hands on our low back right above our bottom. And I want you to draw the core in. So don't start to back bend yet. Strong glutes, strong core, like a straight line with your body. And then simply lean back in one long line. Now your quads, the front of your thighs are going to feel this, and that's okay. Keep your hands on your low back, or you can release your hands down to the blocks or the tops of your feet here. So there's no back bend still. Our glutes are strong, our core is strong, our quads are feeling this, and our shoulders are externally rotated. That's the important thing. So think of flipping your thumbs back behind you. Shoulders are nice and open rather than in. All right? Okay, now from here, if everything feels good, let's continue to engage our glutes as we press our hips forward and lift up through the heart. Now, you're keeping a little tuck of the chin even though your gaze is lifted. So we're not letting our head hang back with no support. And you might feel this engagement in the front of your neck, and that's a good thing. Those are muscles we need to strengthen. They get really weak with poor posture. Breathe deep here into the front of the body. Whether your hands are still on your low back, or they've come down to the blocks, or your heels. And then slowly engage the glutes even more if you lost it. Take one hand back to your back and then the other. We'll come up, sit down and back, rest however you like. Softening any tension. And then we'll finish in a pose called supported fish. If you don't have blocks or don't want to use them, you can put a blanket under your shoulder blades. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Otherwise, with your 2 blocks, make a T. So the top is horizontal, the bottom block is vertical. This top block is going to be where the back of your head goes. This second block goes your mid-upper back, goes under your mid-upper back, right under your shoulder blades, but not so much that it makes your low back feel uncomfortable. I like to put a little extra lift under my head, or you can even turn that block up a little higher. So I put a blanket there, and then come to lie down on your back. This might take a little adjusting, okay? So you can move that bottom block down or up. Your shoulders are still hanging off that block. The arms stretch out by your sides, nice open palms. And you can leave your knees bent and your feet planted for a little extra lumbar low back support, or you can stretch your legs out long. The back of your neck is long, so make sure your chin isn't pointed up into the sky. And then we'll just take a few slow breaths here, melting into this posture, relaxing into this posture. Scan your body briefly and notice if you're holding on to tension anywhere that you can release. Let your body really relax here at ease. And as you breathe, notice how this open chest position, this gentle back bend, notice how it helps naturally free up your breath. Open up the front of your body for easier, more supported breathing. Feel your ribs expand with every inhale, and just feel everything release and soften on every exhale. And you can stay here for as long as you like, or you can slowly bend your knees, plant your feet, remove that bottom block, and press yourself up to a seat. But don't let me rush you. Please rest as long as you like. And then to finish up our practice, we'll bring our palms together, touching in front of our hearts. And I'll wish you loving kindness as you go on your way today. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you feel peace. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, then you'll love my free 7-day Yoga for Posture challenge. Each day we explore simple ways to move with more freedom, feel lighter in your body, and of course, improve your posture. You can sign up to join us for free by going to yogaforposturechallenge.com or just click the link down in the description.